What's up, guys? It's Ashley Christopher here, founder and CEO of HBCU Week Foundation, and you are tuned in to the Chris Gunther Show.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Remember to like and share this video. I appreciate all of your support. HBCU week is coming up, and who better than to talk HBCU week other than with the founder? So, ladies and gentlemen, the Chris Gunther Show welcomes back Ashley Christopher. How you doing today?
Good, good. Thank you so much for having me, Chris. Always happy to be here.
And thank you for, joining us. It's great to see everything that you're doing. Before we get started, I love the braids, sis. The braids is looking fire.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, you know what's so funny? I had to put a little mousse on them. They're getting a little old. This is my summer style. Do a lot of working out, a lot of traveling, but my new growth is coming in. But thank you for the compliment.
Man, all day, every day. See, my wife just had those in too. She just took hers
Uh,
out. I mean,
oh yeah.
God bless y'all for that too, man. Because I
It's a
couldn't
chore.
do it. That's what they tell me. They all say it's a chore. See, brothers, we ain't got that. We just go get a quick lineup, make sure the beard is
Yeah,
tapered. Yeah,
we
it
got
I
it
mean,
easy.
God bless y'all, man. But here, like here we are, a month out, actually a little bit over a month out for HBCU week. And I know you
Yeah.
got some heavy hitters. Congratulations on all the success with it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, we're coming up on the week. It'll be September 22nd through the 29th, 8 days back to back of all HBCU. So all things HBCU you can come to learn in Wilmington, Delaware on September 22nd through the 29th.
And you're a native of Wilmington, correct?
Yes, Wilmington is my hometown. I was actually born in Philadelphia, but didn't spend much time there. Dad's job moved us to New Jersey, but ever since kindergarten, I've been in Wilmington. So Wilmington's home.
100%. And there's really no place like home. You've made a great home with HBCU Week. You are the head person of it. When you look at all of the success that it has had, and knowing that, you're a kid from Wilmington, Delaware, and boom, this vision continues to grow, what does that do for you?
I mean, it's amazing, Chris, honestly, because the goal in the beginning was just to expose all the kids in my community to the benefits of an HBCU. As a two-time alum, I count it as my personal responsibility. I've gotten so much from my HBCU experience, and I believe it's something that every Black kid deserves to at least explore. You know, sometimes you'll have kids that say HBCUs may not be the school for them. Um, can't say that I agree, but for all the students that do want to embark on that experience, I want them to have that opportunity through me.
What would you say was the highlight of your HBCU experience?
Oh my gosh, that's such a tough question because there's so many different things I learned, right? So I'll try to narrow it down the best that I can. Um, while I was at Howard University, I made some amazing connections, whether it's through Professor Carr, who wrote my recommendation letter to law school, or my line sisters. I was initiated into the Alpha chapter of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, or when I was vice chair of Howard Homecoming, right? So there's just so many different experiences that have shaped me into who I am today. I mean, I've learned so much. That backdrop of large scale event planning with Howard Homecoming is what drives me and gives me the blueprint for HBCU week. So many different gems I got from my Howard experience. It's hard to narrow it down to just one.
But that goes to show you that you made something out of your time there and to see what you have been able to do with that experience till now. Here we are at the cusp of HBCU week. I know that it was not easy getting this, but man, it's got to feel rewarding knowing that it's almost here.
Oh yeah. I mean, and you nailed it. It's not easy. It always looks so fun and exciting when the time comes around and the events are underway, but it is a heavy lift leading up to that moment. So the days are long and sometimes they get dark, if I'm honest. But it's all worth it. It's all worth it. And we are continuing to grow and expand. And I'm so grateful for all the opportunities we're able to offer.
What do you think is something that, you're going to be looking forward to a lot this year compared to the previous years?
You know, that's also difficult. But for me, I think it's always the college fair, right? The college fair is the moment where students can compete for on-the-spot college acceptances and for scholarship awards. So the energy in that room is almost electric, if you will. I mean, last year we had 13,000 students come to our college fair, and the number grows every year. Since 2017, we've been able to offer more than 8,000 college acceptances on the spot. We've raised and awarded more than $87 million in scholarships. So, being able to create that opportunity for those students at that college fair is what really drives, the work, the passion, to get this done, because we know that at the end of the day, the goal is to send as many Black students to their choice HBCU with as little student debt as possible.
Does HBCU week help with the enrollment overall for HBCUs?
Oh, I would say for sure. Particularly in our home state of Delaware, we have driven a lot of enrollment to that university over the last several years. And Delaware State, under the leadership of Dr. Tony Allen, has been fantastic. It is really, really growing, expanding, and demonstrating that they are a force to be reckoned with. I mean, they are now the number 3 public HBCU in the nation. So it's a great, fantastic school, one of the only schools with an aviation program. And we are making sure that students are, knowing about the opportunities at Dell State and choosing Dell State as an option. Oftentimes you get your maybe elite 8 HBCUs that everybody wants to go to, but there are so many HBCUs with quality offerings. So we like to make sure that we promote that as well.
For you, what would you say is the biggest thing that you want everybody that attends HBCU week? What's the biggest thing that you want them to take away from it?
The opportunities that we have. We raise a lot of money for students to get some significant scholarship dollars. Our most, I would say, popular scholarship opportunity is our STEM scholarship. It's called the Future of STEM Scholars Initiative. So I was able to broker a $40 million relationship with the American Chemistry Council and the American Institute of Chemical Engineers. So each year we give away 150 $40,000 scholarships to students headed to an HBCU to study STEM. And we've given away just under 600 of those scholarships so far, and we have 1,000 of them to give away. So it's really just spreading the word, making sure students know the opportunities are here, they're available. We have some significant dollars to offer. Just spread that word. If you know any kids that are interested in attending an HBCU, hbcuweek.org is our website. HBCU Week on all social channels, and our HBCU Week event is coming up in Wilmington, September 22nd through the 29th.
That entire week is filled with a lot of events. You've
Oh,
had
yeah.
people such as Maya participate in the past and Rick Ross. And of course, you
Yeah.
shout out to the guy, Stephen A. Smith, and so many others. Who are some people that you got coming this year that the fans can look forward to seeing, that students can look forward to seeing, rather?
So that depends on when you're going to air this interview, because I'm not allowed to say until Friday. So Friday is when I'm allowed to say, like, here's our lineup. So that depends on when you're going to air this, Chris. When you going to air this interview?
Well, let's just say that we can talk. That's all I'm gonna tell. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Like I said, I do know that that's a question that I had to ask. I'm smart
Sure,
enough to
sure.
know that you can't announce everything, but I
Yeah.
know y'all got some heavy hitters. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Reason why I
And
know it
Stephen
is
A.
because oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Reason why I know you got some heavy hitters is because you're involved with it.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. I appreciate that. I do. I mean, I can say Stephen A will be there, but we do have a list of some talent that's coming through Wilmington this year that is going to be amazing. So on Friday, you can look forward to us making that formal announcement on all of our social channels.
When you see the amount of people that come out from literally all across the country, not
Yeah.
only for HBCUs, but to also give a little bit of hope, give a little bit of inspiration to those that look like you, that, hey, you can do this as well. When you see
Yeah.
all of that, does it make everything that you had to go through to get to this point worth it?
Oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming. I mean, my heart is filled with so much gratitude. I'm telling you, like, just to see the difference that we're able to make. I mean, if you can imagine, making the phone calls to the students when we're telling them that they're the recipient of a scholarship, or seeing the students at the college fair on the site. I mean, crying because they're getting accepted on the spot when even no option for them. So it makes it more than worth it, I'll tell you. I mean, it is difficult. I can't not make that clear, right? This is hard work, but it's absolutely worth it for sure.
Nothing easy is ever going to be given to you. That's just the reality of it. You know, if you want to achieve something great, it's only going to come from hard work because nothing is handed to you, especially when
Hmm.
you're black. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go ahead and call a spade a spade.
For
When
sure.
you're a brother or a sister, you got to work twice as hard to get half the credit. But to see everything that you've been able to accomplish through this foundation and along with other things that you've just been able to accomplish outside of HBCUs, you know, what would be the best piece of advice you would like to give to the next generation that looks like you that's coming up?
For me, I think the reason why, twofold. I'll say I've been blessed to be somebody that doesn't look like anything I've been through. So people can have the assumption when they see me that things are easy. They're never difficult. So I would just say, um, stay locked in with the work, tune out the distractions and all the noise. And then for me personally, I don't attach my name to anything that doesn't sustain impact, right? So be intentional about what it is that you want to do, have a focus on what it is that you want to do, and be able to be confident and stand in that. There may be some opportunities that come your way that sound enticing, but you'll know deep down whether it's for you or whether it's not. So stay laser focused on the goal, tune out the distractions, and just stick with it, because I mean, every single thing that you go through is really just a part of your story. And you'll be able to look back on those moments that you got through that you didn't think you would, and celebrate those wins. So just embrace yourself and be open to the process and the journey.
Embracing the journey is key. And that's something that all of
Mm.
us have had to do. You know, coming from where you came from to see where you're at now, you had to embrace all of it. What do you think is something that the next generation should embrace to make their stories better?
Change. Oftentimes we get so locked in on exactly what we want to do, and we think that there is a very specific process or a route to get there. But there are other things that may come along that require you to turn left or right, when you didn't think that you'd have to. So be open to the changes, be open to the new experiences, the new opportunities, stay close to your convictions and your discernment. But again, be open to the change, embrace the journey, and just be in it to win, be in it to win.
Teamwork makes the dream work. There's no way you can do something like this by yourself. You know, who have been some of the people that you've partnered with to make HBCU week possible?
Oh man, so many. I have to start with my team internally. We're small, but we are strong. We're mighty. We're so thorough, we're detail oriented, and we operate at a standard of excellence that honestly we don't see a lot when we attend other events or get involved in different activations, right? We just have a standard that we adhere to that is sometimes difficult to meet, but absolutely sets us apart from the other things that you may experience as far as, any activations you'll participate in. Um, and I think that that's really important. And then because of our authenticity and the passion and the love that we all have for the foundation, it's easy to get the right partners to align. So we'll have like the American Chemistry Council or the American Institute of Chemical Engineers that'll say, hey, yeah, we do want to get involved in this $40 million partnership. Or Bank of America that's underwritten the title sponsorship for our gala for the last 5 years. They believe in the work, they're aligned with the mission. So, I mean, there's a lot of different corporations that have shown that this work means a lot to them, and we're so grateful. So them, in addition to the small team that we have with the foundation, we've been able to make some magic.
I think one of the best parts is seeing you glow when you talk about your team because, you know, obviously, yeah, you're at the head, but you can't move without the team. You know, you've been
Mhm.
blessed with some amazing people. Is that something that you would like to see more of? Our people collaborate with each other?
Oh my gosh, it means so much. Very often we work in different silos for different reasons. Maybe you just want all the credit, or you don't really trust somebody with your idea. But I'm telling you, as a living example, there is no upward or forward motion alone. You can only get to a certain point where you're going to have to get some people on your team that you can trust. So you've got to surround yourself with like-minded people, people that are not yes men, people that want to see your vision move forward. It makes all the difference.
The biggest difference, you know, what would you say has been the biggest difference from when you first started to where you are at now with HBCU week?
Hmm. The biggest difference, I would say, I mean, I never anticipated this growth in this amount of time. I mean, our first year for HBCU Week in 2017, we had 700 students at our college fair. Just this last year, we had 13,000. So as we go into year 8, all I can really reflect on, what I reflect on the most, I will say, is how much we've been able to expand. I mean, we have 45,000 students and families have benefited from HBCU Week since 2017, and that number continues to grow. $87 million in scholarships. Soon we'll be able to say we've raised and awarded more than $100 million. So it's really just the growth, and all of us just being locked in on the goal and seeing this expand at such a rapid rate. Sometimes we feel like we're flying the plane while we're building it. But God makes a way. He makes a way for it to all work out in the end. So we're grateful.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. God always makes, God always has a way of bringing things full circle and
Hmm.
expanding things. And, one of the coolest parts that I personally enjoy is during All-Star weekend. There are actual HBCU things going on, from the players
Yes.
wearing the jerseys and, things like of that, type of nature. And seeing that it has become such a, we as a community need to see more of us represent us. In the 90s, you saw HBCU representation on some of the biggest shows. And here we are
Mhm.
in 2024, and we're starting to see more of that. Is that something that, you wish to continue?
Oh, absolutely. I love it. I mean, I've even committed myself to, purchasing Nelia from all of the HBCUs that I visit. I have a really great collection. And, even though I'm an HBCU Howard alum, right? You'll see me in North Carolina A&T, Spelman, Morehouse, even Hampton, which feels blasphemous sometimes. But you'll see me in a Hampton
Hey,
sweatshirt,
you
right?
said it, not me. I wasn't
Right,
gonna
right,
say
right.
nothing.
Yeah. Listen, I love all the HBCUs though. So I mean, all the love to all of them. And I collect the nail. Yeah, I rep them all. So it's just a really great, fantastic journey that I've been on. And I couldn't be more grateful for what God has called me to do.
We have enjoyed your time, but I do know you're a busy woman. You got stuff to do. Can you give us a little bit more info about HBCU week before we jet out of here?
Absolutely. So this year, HBCU Week in Wilmington, Delaware will go from September 22nd through the 29th. Then we'll be at Walt Disney World from October 23rd through the 26th. All that information you can find on our website at hbcuweek.org, or you can check us out on our social channels at HBCU Week. I hope to see everybody there, meet new faces, get some new kids, some scholarship dollars. But thank you for the support, Chris. I really, really appreciate you having me on.
Appreciate you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Ashley Christopher on the Chris Gunther Show. Cue my theme song. I'll see y'all next time.